French tank design has always been experimental. I mean, look at the AMX-40. It looks more like a steel duck than a war machine. And then there is the Boiro machine, a rotating skeleton that defied all logic and sanity. But don't let the weirdness fool you. From this madness came brilliance, like the lethal auto-loading AMX-13 and the high-tech Titan, the Leclerc. France didn't just build tanks, they redefined them. This is the steel evolution. Levasseur project, the visionary blueprint. It was the world's first true, self-propelled cannon on tracks, a ghost from the future that was rejected for being too radical. Boiro machine, the skeleton giant, a bizarre rotating frame designed to flatten barbed wire. This mechanical nightmare proved too slow and ungainly for the chaos of the trenches. Frott Lafley landship, the armored roller. Based on a steamroller, this experimental beast was a motorized bunker. It failed the test of mobility, but proved armor was the only way forward. Schneider KA-1, the barbed wire butcher. This boxy predator was France's first operational tank. It acted as a motorized battering ram, sacrificing crew comfort for the power to break the stalemate. Saint-Chamond, the long-nosed behemoth, carrying a full-sized field gun. It was a mobile artillery battery. Its massive overhang made it a clumsy giant, often getting stuck in the very mud it sought to conquer. Renault FT, the father of modern tanks, featuring the world's first fully rotating turret. It was a tactical revolution that swarmed the enemy, setting the blueprint for every tank since. Char-2C, the land battleship, the largest operational tank ever built. This multi-turreted Titan was a rolling fortress. It was a propaganda icon that arrived too late for its war. Renault NC-1, the agile evolution, an improved FT designed for speed and endurance. It became a global export success, proving that the light tank concept still had teeth. Char D1, the infantry shield designed to replace the aging FT. This tank brought radio communication and heavier armor. It served as the backbone of French colonial defense during the phase. AMR-33, the mechanical scout built for pure reconnaissance. This light vehicle was a motorized cavalry horse. It traded armor for speed, darting across the battlefield to find the enemy's throat. MC-34, the cavalry vanguard, a faster, more aggressive version of the scout tank. It was designed to lead the charge, though only a handful ever reached the frontline troops. Char D2, the urban brawler, a heavier, more powerful successor to the D-Fay. It was a thick-skinned fighter designed to support infantry in the most brutal sectors of the line. Renault R35, the steel infantryman, the most common French tank of World War II. It was a rugged, slow-moving shield that faced the German blitzkrieg with stubborn, desperate courage. Hotchkiss H for cavalry runner. Designed for the light mechanized divisions, this cast steel fighter was a nimble brawler. It sacrificed interior space for a curved shell deflecting hull. Somua S-35, the Knight of the Plains, widely considered the best tank in the world in 1936. It combined speed, armor, and firepower into a lethal balanced package. Char B1, the concrete crusher, a complex dual-gun heavy tank designed for breakthrough operations. It was a mechanical masterpiece that required a highly skilled crew to unleash its full power. FCM-36, the sloped sentinel, ahead of its time with radically sloped armor and a diesel engine. It was a futuristic design that proved incredibly difficult for enemy guns to penetrate. AMR-35, the high-speed Predator, an upgraded scout tank built for the cavalry. It was a lightning, fast machine designed to outrun anything it couldn't shoot. Char B1 Bis, the Steel Terror, with thickened armor that was virtually immune to German anti-tank guns in 1940. It was a rolling nightmare that dominated every battlefield it touched. AMC-35, the Advanced Raider, a more powerful cavalry tank featuring a two-man turret. It was a sophisticated design that allowed the commander to focus on the fight instead of reloading. Hotchkiss H-39, the upgraded Charger, featuring a more powerful engine and a longer gun. It was the ultimate evolution of the Hotchkiss series, fighting until the very end of France. Char G1, the Missing Link, a visionary project that combined a powerful gun with a low-profile hull. It was designed to be the ultimate medium tank before the invasion halted development. AMX-38, the Sloped Shield, an experimental light tank focused on maximum protection through geometry. It used advanced casting techniques to create a small but incredibly tough target. Renault R40, the Final Infantryman, an RFA fitted with a better suspension and a longer gun. It was a desperate attempt to modernize the infantry's shield as the war began. Somua S40, the Fastback, a streamlined, improved version of the S-35 designed for mass production. It was the tank that could have changed the war, but time ran out. Char B1 Tur, the Refined Behemoth, a final upgrade to the B1 series with simplified armor and better crew space. Only prototypes existed before the fall of France silenced the factories. FCMF-1, the Super Heavy Fortress, a double-turreted monster designed to crush the Siegfried Line. It was a land ship from a different era, destined to remain a drawing board dream. AMX-40, the Curved Phantom, a radical design featuring almost entirely rounded surfaces to deflect shells. It was the pinnacle of pre-war French engineering, lost to the tides of history. ARL-44, the Transition Titan built in secret during the occupation. It featured a massive 90mm gun on an old-school hull. It was a bridge between the past and the future. AMX-12T, the Oscillating Scout, the first prototype to test the radical two-part turret. It was the small, lethal ancestor of the world, famous AMX-13 light tank series. AMX M4, the Panther's successor, drawing heavy inspiration from German designs, this tank aimed for superior firepower. It laid the groundwork for France's return to the heavy tank stage. AMX-50, the Soviet Hunter, a series of heavy prototypes designed to kill the Soviet Is-3. It featured an autoloader and a massive 5mm gun, a true mechanical apex predator. Lorraine 40T, the Flying Heavy, a lightweight heavy tank designed for rapid deployment. It used rubber, tired wheels inside its tracks for speed, acting like a sports car with a cannon. AMX-13, the Revolver, featuring a unique autoloader that could fire 6 shots in seconds. It was a global hit, proving that a small tank could pack a heavyweight punch. Batignolles Chatillon 25T, the Ghost of Somua, a low-profile medium tank designed for hit and run strikes. It was a fast, aggressive prototype that almost replaced the French medium fleet. ELC AMX, the low-profile assassin, so small the crew sat in the turret. This tank was designed for paratroopers. It was a needle on tracks, meant to ambush and disappear. EC Even, the Tiny Terror, an experimental platform mounting multiple cannons or missiles. It was the ultimate expression of the small and lethal philosophy that France perfected. AMX-30 prototype, the kinetic sniper, a design that chose speed over armor to outrun the new heat shells. It was the birth of the French Cold War armored doctrine. AMX-30, the Desert Fox, the main battle tank of the French army for decades. It was a high-speed predator of the plains, designed to kill from distance and move. AMX-30 Acre, the guided spear, a specialized variant firing supersonic anti-tank missiles through its gun tube. It was a high-tech experiment that proved too expensive for mass production. AMX-32, the modernized veteran, an upgraded AMX-30 built for the international market. It added stabilized sights and better protection, bridging the gap to the next generation. AMX-30B2, the Cold War shield, featuring a new computerized fire control system and low-light cameras. It was the ultimate evolution of a classic fighting through the phase. AMX-40, the Sand Assassin, a clean sheet export design built for the Middle East. It combined extreme speed with a powerful 5mm gun, acting as a prototype for the Leclerc. Leclerc prototype, the Digital Dawn, the first glimpse of the world's most advanced autoloader system. It was a laboratory on tracks that redefined what a tank could be. Leclerc MBT, the Digital Cavalier, capable of firing 12 rounds a minute while moving at top speed. It is a computer-driven beast that acceleration like a sports car. Leclerc Sex XI, the urban hunter, fitted with improved modular armor and advanced battlefield management. It was designed to dominate the complex environments of the face-century conflict. MBT, the hybrid warrior, combining a German Leopard hull with a French Leclerc turret. It was the first handshake of a new European alliance in armored warfare. Leclerc XLR, the networked Titan, upgraded for collaborative combat with new sensors and drone integration. It ensures the Leclerc remains the sharpest spear in the French arsenal. MBT New Gen, the AI Predator, featuring an uncrewed turret and the massive 5mm Ascalon gun. It is a high-tech monster designed to kill tanks before they even see it. MGCs, the Battlefield Cloud, not just a tank, but a networked